The biggest issue for the new president and Congress to address in 2017 is...
The biggest problem is you have student debt and...
Very important. We have 40 million people in our country who have student loans already.
Because the cost of college remains extraordinarily high. It's out of reach for a lot of folks, and for those who do end up attending college.
Millions coming out of school, as you indicated, deeply in debt. What do we do?
American citizens now carry about $1.3 trillion in college debt, with about 44 million borrowers. In fact, the average class of 2016 graduates has about $37,172 in student debt. This debt has increased by 6% from last year. In fact, we now carry more debt in student loans than in credit cards. Because of this, students are now withholding major life decisions.
Like getting married and buying a house.
Part-time jobs and summer jobs can no longer pay for college like they once did.
Yes, I would like students to work 10 hours a week.
Can you answer
in order to make it possible for them to afford their education?
But that's not possible.
Presidential election years, we have been able to hear from different candidates about their viewpoints concerning student loans. Some have argued for a new reformed college model. Others have argued for free college tuition.
Which will not only make public colleges and universities tuition-free, it will substantially lower interest rates on college debt, a major crisis.
Free college tuition sounds pretty great, right?
But is it really free?
Nothing's free.
No such thing as free education because you know that ultimately somebody else is going to be paying for that education.
By relieving student loan debt, our government does not simply make that debt disappear.
Instead, it is transferred to the taxpayers.
In fact, by relieving student loan debts, we will be actually decreasing incentive, competition, and increasing the overall cost of college.
This new idea to forgive student loan debts is projected to cost $70 billion per year.
Instead, we should use the power of the market and basic economics. We should actually begin to lower government interference in colleges as if it only fuels the rising cost of their tuition. Also include large government subsidies that often drive up the cost of college, as colleges begin to develop non-essential luxury amenities.
Universities that are spending a huge amount of money on fancy dormitories and on giant football stadiums, maybe we should focus on quality education with well-paid faculty members. But
You take a look at the way college costs are rising, and there's no reason for it. They are letting them go up, and the problem is the students are getting crushed.
Colleges are now spending huge amounts of money on administrative positions that offer no educational value.
universities are a heck of a lot of vice presidents who earn a big salary.
This is why we must lower government subsidies so that this excessive spending does not happen.
By doing this, we will lower the cost of tuition in colleges by increasing competition.
Without subsidies, colleges will have to begin to fight one another for students. This will create great competition. In order to get more students and thus more money, the colleges will begin competing with one another by lowering their tuition rates.
We will be allowing students to enter adulthood with little or no debt.
By allowing students to graduate with no debt, we will be opening new doors in our economy, as students will have the ability to invest in and help contribute to our economy. Students will have the ability to buy cars, houses, and start new businesses with no worry about their past loans and college debts. These students will become new productive boosters of our economy.
We can use this taxpayer money from subsidies for other major necessities.
Like building new infrastructure and giving more aid to our veterans.
This is our message to Washington.
Reduce college debt by reducing government subsidies and loans.